Stop scrolling. What you're about to hear will completely change how you look at the night sky. Right now, as you're watching this, there are over 27,000 pieces of debris larger than a softball orbiting Earth at speeds reaching 17,500 miles per hour. That's faster than a bullet. And here's the part nobody talks about. If even one of those pieces hits the International Space Station, it could be catastrophic. Not movie catastrophic. Real life, astronauts die catastrophic. Here's what's wild. Humans have been launching objects into space since 1957. Sputnik was the beginning. What followed was decades of rockets, satellites, and missions, and almost zero cleanup plan. We treated space like an open landfill and walked away. According to NASA and the European Space Agency, there are currently over 25,000 tracked objects orbiting Earth, but the actual estimated number, including fragments too small to track, reaches over 1 million pieces. 1 million. And tracking anything smaller than 10 centimeters is nearly impossible with current technology. But it gets darker. In 1978, scientist Donald Kessler proposed what's now called the Kessler syndrome, a terrifying chain reaction where debris collides with debris, creating more debris, until low Earth orbit becomes completely unusable. Scientists today say we are already in the early stages of this. Not heading toward it, already in it. Now here's the controversy nobody wants to admit. Private companies like SpaceX have launched thousands of Starlink satellites, adding hundreds more every few months. SpaceX alone has over 5,500 active Starlink satellites in orbit right now, making it the largest satellite constellation in human history. More are planned. Astronomers are furious because these satellites are already interfering with telescope observations and darkening the night sky that humans have studied for thousands of years. Meanwhile, the cleanup solutions that exist, robotic arms, harpoons, magnetic nets, laser systems, are all still in experimental phases. The first real debris removal mission, ClearSpace, won by the European Space Agency, isn't launching until 2026. One mission, one piece of debris removed, while millions float freely above your head. China's 2007 anti-satellite missile test alone created over 3,500 trackable debris fragments. A single decision by one country permanently polluted an orbit that belongs to all of humanity. No international law stopped it. No one paid consequences. Here's the terrifying truth. If we lose access to low Earth orbit, we lose GPS, weather forecasting, disaster response systems, and global communication. Everything that runs your modern life depends on satellites navigating through a junkyard we created and refused to clean. Space was once humanity's greatest frontier. We turned it into our largest unregulated dump in under 70 years. The question is, who is responsible for cleaning it up, and why isn't anyone being held accountable? If this opened your eyes, follow for more truths the mainstream never talks about. Now tell me, should private companies like SpaceX be legally required to remove their own satellites once they stop working, or is space too big to regulate?